We're back. What's happening, brother?
You're happening, Dylan. And look, we're gonna start to look at improving the way that we connect with your leads. And Dylan's got a ton of information that he wants to send your way. But before that happens, connecting with your leads is equally as important, if not more important, than generating your leads. I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on Facebook. When we were an agency, and I was doing agency for a number of years, we would spend so much money and then people would complain that they're not getting sales. And the difference between someone getting a lot of sales and utilizing their leads and not is following up, is actually connecting with them. And if you can connect with your leads, chances are you'll sell better, even without improving your sales ability. One of the biggest gaps that I see with any lead generation in any business and any niche is that we struggle to connect with our leads. And we talked about this on the last episode, that it's the reason, one of the reasons why we don't is because it's hard. Follow up is
It's a motherfucker.
freaking crazy, bro. But the other side of it is that sometimes we encounter some people with just some odd beliefs around how a lead should qualify themselves and how a lead just magically arrives at the studio. And those poor beliefs are also the reason why you're not winning.
Yep.
On a couple of occasions, we've heard that if a lead put their name, phone number, and email, they should also just naturally register themselves for either an appointment or for a trial. The amount of things that I sign up for that I have zero intent of moving any further. I just want to see whatever the first thing is, or if it's payment gated or whatever. I just want to know what's behind that thing. So I'd put my name, phone number, and email in, or I put a spam email or whatever. I do it all the time. And so holding the expectation that all of your leads should also be bookings is just a really faulty belief. What else have we encountered? People should just pick up their phone. And look, if we call them once or twice and they don't pick up their phone, then they just don't want it.
They firstly probably don't know who's calling them.
Yeah, yeah, because it's pretty easy.
Yep.
And I just don't pick up numbers that I don't know. And so if you stop at the second attempt, of course, you are not going to be able to connect with your leads. But holding the belief that, oh, look, if they don't pick up the phone the first time, then it's a dead lead.
I wish I had some lovely story about how connection calls get easier, how it's not that bad. You just need to get used to it. Don't really have one. It's just hard. That's all. That's not honestly it. And the volume required is insane. So I typically, for myself, go off a 10% pickup rate. So if you reverse engineer whatever your numbers are, let's say you want to make one sale a day, and you need two people to say they're coming in. Let's say you need one sale a day. You close 50% of people, so you need two people to come in. In order for two people to come in, you need four people to say they're coming in. In order for four people to say they're coming in, you need 8 conversations. You talk to half of the people tell you aren't interested anymore, the other half come in. So you get 8 conversations. In order to have 8 conversations at a 10% pickup rate, you need to make 80 phone calls.
Yeah.
But that's genuinely, and I wish I was wrong. If the day somebody comes out with a technology or a process or something where you get a 80% pickup rate, they will instantly become billionaires. Like, they will solve every insurance company, every car sales, every sales department on the planet will use them.
That's the problem to solve, dude. Like, shucks.
Oh, it is.
If we could solve, I think we need to change industry, man, because if we could just solve that,
we'd be fine. Like,
we would be freaking
every
rolling.
sales department on the planet would use us.
Yeah.
But at the moment, that's not happening.
Technology doesn't exist.
Yeah. So volume. We can't be doing 10 calls a day, 20 calls a day. You need to genuinely block out time to sit down and smash calls. Yeah. Like an hour in the morning. You're going to be doing multiple hours of calling a day.
Yes. Yeah. And look, if it's not the owner calling and you're putting the onus on a team member to call, they're not going to put the volume in unless there's something like there's a stick waiting for them or there is a reward.
Stick waiting for them?
Yeah, like they're going to get whacked.
Well, yeah, it is the hardest job. It's the job that people, because it's really hard, it's what people do last. Because it's what people do last, it's what often doesn't get done.
Yeah, yeah,
So just make the calls.
yeah.
And it's gonna be like that every day.
Yeah, it's definitely not a romantic seller.
No.
But this is the reality
So,
of growing a business.
so a couple things. If people aren't picking up, they're not time wasters.
Yeah, that's 100% right. 100%.
First thing,
Tire kickers,
people
time wasters.
we need to understand that people put their name, phone number, and email into that lead form on a whim.
Yeah,
So they saw a photo of someone working out. They thought, cool, I need to change myself, and they felt motivated in that moment. And in that moment, they filled out that form.
yeah,
Motivation is an emotion,
yeah,
and we know motivation is fleeting. So every moment that goes by that you're not contacting them, their motivation is decreasing, and then they just no longer motivated. They just don't want to do it anymore.
yeah, yeah. Levels of intent too.
Yeah.
So you might get 10 people and they each have a different level of intent. Person one comes in, they're like, okay, cool. I am self-motivated and I have waited enough to get this result. And so I will put my name, phone number, and email, but I will go the next step as well and visit your website and might go and search around and click a few pages and then book myself into a trial. That's the studio owner's dream. But that's someone who's a 10 out of 10 and is already convinced and doesn't need selling because they're sold on the concept already.
Yep. If they were going to book themselves in, people wouldn't need salespeople.
Yeah, that's right. And so there are different levels of intent. And so if that's a 10 out of 10, what's a 1 out of 10? I saw you on Facebook. I had a moment in time where I felt guilty or insecure about myself and put my name in front of her in there and then got scared because it said someone's going to call me. And so backed out of the form and I never want to speak with anybody until I feel that again.
So increasing connection percentage.
How do we do it?
Few things. First of all, speed is your best friend. Speed is king. So you want to get to the phone, you want to get to that lead and call them as fast as possible within the first 5 minutes for the reasons we just discussed. Every moment that goes by after that, the likelihood of them picking up decreases. Call them fast.
Yeah.
Every single call, double dial, triple dial. What I mean by that is you call for 15 seconds, hang up, call again. Do you pick up numbers that you don't recognize?
No.
No. If they call you 2 or 3 times straight away, yeah, you're much more likely to get a pickup on the second or third dial than you are on the first.
Sure.
Yeah, that is just speed is king, and then double, triple dial is just it is what it is. That's just mandatory. It's just how you do it.
Yeah.
Next thing, you want to be calling from a number in the area. Now, I know in New Zealand that's not really a big thing because we're fucking small, but having called a lot overseas, you want a number from the area. So if you are using a CRM or a software or call service, buy a number from your area, even if it's more expensive, or just call from your phone. Because that's what increases pickup rate from 5% to 10%.
Yeah.
I've been at 5%. It's twice as hard.
It's 100 to 200 calls, man.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a lot of output, eh?
I recommend calling 15 times in the first 3 days, double dialing every single time. Because so the equation we're trying to solve the entire time is what gives us the highest likelihood of them picking up. So, Aaron, if you wanted to guarantee you would not get on the phone with a lead, what would you do?
Not call them.
Okay, cool. If you were to reverse that, what would you do?
Call them.
How many times?
Like as often as I possibly
1,000.
can. Yeah.
That seems likely that they'll pick up once.
Yeah.
All right. So it's volume is your best friend.
Yeah. And within that 3-day period, it's permissible too. Like,
yep.
And it's also quickly forgivable.
Yep.
Someone jumps in and it's like, oh, look, I'm sorry. I haven't been answering my phone. And then even if someone's pissed off and they're like, why are you calling me so much? Hey, look, we just care about our clients. And you put your name, phone number, and email into our system. And so we're just giving you a quick courtesy call to see what caused you to reach out to us. What inspired you to reach out? It's like, oh, yeah, sorry, man. Like, it's easily forgivable, but it's equally permissible. You can do it for that first 3 days and just blast them.
Yep. Now, if they don't pick up after the first attempt, what I get our clients to do is send through a little video. So an outreach video, I call it. So all it is, it's a photo of you in your work shirt, singlet, whatever, at work. All you say, and it's a white label video, so you only have to take it once. It's about 15 seconds long. All you say is, "G'day, hope you're having an absolutely awesome day. Dylan here. I'm an owner at 1RM. I see your name just came across my desk regarding the 6-week transformation. Really looking forward to connecting. I'll be giving you a call this time tomorrow. Sound fair?" That's it, right? And if you want, you can add in. It's what I quite like to add in. I'll be giving you a call just to see what your health and fitness goals are. If we're able to help you out, awesome. If we can't, not a problem. I will refer you to someone who can. See you soon. So you just send through that 15-second video straight after you try and call them for the first time.
Yeah.
Then, as I said, 15 times in the first 3 days. One thing that does work quite well. So after every attempt, be sending them either a voice message or a text message. So voice message, hold down, when you go to text them, hold down the little microphone button and just send them a little voice memo. People respond really well. It's personal. People assume that the text message is automated.
Yeah.
Then the next thing, vary up the time that you're calling. So try, say, morning between 8 and 9. Try between 9 and 10. Try between 10 and 11. Go through and try each areas, times of the day, and there'll probably be one or two that work a lot better. It's what I like. Yeah, that's the connection call, baby. Anything to add?
There is one thing. A lot of people that we've worked with have had these elaborate SMS sequences, or just not SMS sequences, but just like marketing sequences. So it might be SMS and an email, then another SMS, and then another email, and then an SMS again. One thing that is working at the moment, and I actually picked this up from a mastermind, it's called a lead verification SMS. It's the first SMS and it goes out immediately. And all it says is, "Dylan, thanks for registering for the offer at the location. Just so we know that we have the right details, send 1 or reply 1.
Yep, cool.
And then they reply. And what we know about SMS and just connection percentage is if we can get that first connection, if we can get that first response, we win. And apparently this is taking people from 30% to 45% like connection just because they have that lead verification. And then they can also go through all of their leads and go, these leads are verified as good leads to follow up. Even though I don't really like that kind of understanding of leads, you do want to put stock into those that are the hottest.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Very cool, Brian. Thanks for that. And the next video, we're going to look at if they don't show, you don't grow. So how to improve shop rate. Check it on.